Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro game production, and as you can see, we are giving a few different players a run out. We even have a new man up front, and that is, of course, Cohen. No, that is not the Cohen we've been using in midfield. We have not put the old man up front, although kind of tempted. So, let's have a little look at Effin Cohen. Now, Effin Cohen comes in on a loan. He originally is on loan at least, but we have guaranteed that we are going to buy him at the end of the loan. And as you can see, he's a solid player. 2.5-star ability, he has room for growth and 4-star potential. He is 25 years old though, so that growth might be stunted a little bit. And well, he's mainly a poacher, but we are going to use him as a deep lying forward. As you can see, he is great in his attributes for that particular category. So yes, solid little bargain. As you can see, valued at 120 grand. Now, I believe we got him around the 60 grand mark, if I can just find where that is. I have no idea. I have no idea how I found that out. But, as you might have noticed, he is from Tel Aviv, and he hasn't played for Tel Aviv at all. Don't know how he's valued at 120 grand when no one's ever seen him play. Could also apparently play out on this left wing. I don't think he had that when I signed him. So, yes, that's not too bad. In fact, he's a solid winger. He's going to be a good addition. We can use him as a backup on that wing, and we can also use him up front. Now I've noticed that, I might end up using him as a winger. So, without further ado, let's get on into today's game. Of course, we are at home in the 8th final. I believe this is the stage we are expected to get to, so it doesn't matter too much that we've got a bunch of our backup players playing. But our team for today is Addo in goal. Now, yeah, I'm going to struggle with some of these. Zerihan, Noam, of course, Posman, Ankuta. We then have in central midfield Dikhan alongside Etu. In front of them is Shaban, Moshi on the right hand side, Champs on the left, and Cohen up front. Now our bench consists of Goran, Elk, Levy, Zion, Nikita, Wittenberg, and Binyamin. Binyamin. Yes, Binyamin. But without further ado, let's go talk to the Mega Man, I believe it is. Is it the Mega Man? Yes, it is the Mega Man, otherwise known as Murad, but he is the Mega Man to you and I, the one and only. So encourage the players, give them a bit of a morale boost. I mean, do we really need to give a morale boost against a team like this? Assertively, we are favourites, go out there, give the fans a performance cheer for. We're at home, didn't go down great. Defence, goalkeeper, they was okay with it. Everyone in the midfield and forward, not so much. But Aaron Ohayon of the Israeli Football Gazette, an experienced and deceitful fellow with no relationship to us. Well, I don't want a relationship with him if he's deceitful. But you've sprung a few surprises with your team selection today. What's the thinking behind that? Maybe because we have our second game like 3 days after this one. You know, the league, the thing that actually matters, not the cup. Some players will be here, others will play in another fixture, i.e. the next game. By starting him here, are you hoping that they can... yes. I'm determined for him to play better, even though it's not going to get him into the team unless he gets like a 9 rating and gets 5 goals today. But given Poznan's lack of match fitness, how long can he last out there? I think he can go the full game, and if not, we'll just take him off. There's been a lot of speculation this week surrounding the future of Digo. I could care less. He's a Superman. I believe they should stick with him. Stick with him, Jerusalem. I don't know how good or bad he is, but just stick with it, you know. Can't be bad for us if he's struggling with them. Cohen, though. Cohen plays it back to Shaban. Now to Atu. Atu through to the Champ. The Champ making a lovely run down this left-hand side. Whips one across face to goal. Moshi with a lovely back post header. Gets it diverted back to the near post. And we are off to a cracker. 4 minutes into today's game, and we are 1-0 up. We didn't even need the overlap over here on the left-hand side. He made a lovely run, but Champs just went and did it all himself. So, solid start to today's game. Tel Aviv's had a solid start as well. They've scored 2 goals in 5 minutes. Not so much in the other game, though. Bit boring. 0-0. They don't get the goals that us and Tel Aviv provide. But we are doing a solid performance. They are looking anxious and apprehensive. They are, of course, the underdogs in today's game. They are from the league below, and, well, they are expected to get slapped about. So, being 1 goal down is probably not a good position for them. As you can see, our possession stats kind of reflect that. So, speaking of possession stats, let's have a look at some stats for the first half. So, of course, we are 1-0 up. 5 shots to their 4, 2 on target to their absolute 0. 6 fouls to 5 fouls, 0 yellow cards, 69% possession to 31. Now, tactical tweaks. I have not put the tactical tweak on permanently yet. I completely forgot about that. Hopefully I'll remember to do it for the second game. But best performers, a 2 for us. 7 rating, 68% passes completed. For them is Biton. He's got 5.9 kilometers distance covered and a 6.9. Now, struggling to perform is Shaban. He's got a 6.5 and Sabag with a 6.4. That game finally got some goals. 1-1 in that one, and Tel Aviv is still 2-0 up. So, encourage the players, give them a bit of a morale boost. You know what? Things are going well, but I know you're capable of better, lads. We're playing a team from the league below. We need to get a bit of a morale boost from this. Smash them about. And we have Moshi, second goal of today's game. 4th goal of the season, assisted by Shaban. He has doubled up his season tally in today's game. That's a lovely effort from Moshi. So Shaban whips it in, back post. Moshi nods it past, and what a beautiful goal it was. Not sure how good Shaban is. Actually, let's have a little look. Shaban, how good are you at free kicks? Because 13, alright, that is solid for this level. Maybe Shaban is going to go into the first team simply because of his free kick taking ability. Because we do have 3 solid central attacking mids, but yeah, I don't know who can actually take set pieces and not in this team. Which is probably a thing I should have checked before bringing players in, but that's me. I just bring them in, strengthen the squad, and hope our set pieces manage to survive. I was actually looking at bringing in a dedicated free kick taker, speaking of that though, and well, that didn't go as well as I planned. Everyone I looked at, I wanted at least a 15, you know, get an amazing free kick taker, but getting one who's either Israeli or someone we can replace another foreign player for, not so easy. So let's have a little look at our team as we are in substitution time. Zerani don't need to come off. You know what, we should focus on the guys who are probably going to play in the next game. So, Effie, you are probably going to be in our next game. So, Binyamin can come on for Effie. We then have Shaban. Now, he's been playing well, so I have a feeling I might give him a go. So, you know what? No, Zion, you can come on for a 2. So he should be playing in the next game. Nikita, our old man, is going to go onto the left-hand wing. And when I say old man, he's a 36-year-old Australian. He is very highly capped there. Or reasonably highly capped. Highly capped for an Israeli league side, I suppose. And, well, yeah, as you can see, his agility, not quite there. He is playing as an inside forward right now. And his acceleration sucks, his agility sucks, and he has absolutely no pace because he's an old man. So, that is our substitutions. Let's hope we get no injuries. Although, I suppose us going down to 10 men, it would make this an even match. But, yeah. I don't see us losing this one. We shouldn't throw this one away. Surely we have got this in the bag. Solid little win. Let's try and extend on it. Zerai gets it to Zion. Zion whips one in. Moshi, oh, he cannot keep it down. That would have been his hat trick. Unfortunately goes sailing over the bar though. And you know what? We're not going to do a shout. We're just going to sit, chill. They've got a shout. And their manager did a great job with it. Unfortunately for him though, the talent is just not in that squad. It is a 2-0 victory in the end. A brace from Moshi. We had 9 shots to their 7, 5 on target to their 2, 13 fouls to 13 fouls. Sorry, 13 fouls to 12 fouls. 1 yellow card, 0 yellow card, 66% possession to 34. Apparently, I cannot read. So, best performers, of course, it's Moshi with that brace. 8.8 as a result. For them is Bokovza. Yeah, Eli Bokovza with 9 interceptions and a 6.8. Struggling to perform is Cohen. He got 6.5, and Abu Hazira with a 6.3. That's going to be the fun because I'm not renaming every team we play against, so the struggling and best performers best have names that are quite easy to pronounce. But milestones, we have a few different ones there. I could go through them, but I'm lazy, so feel free to pause and have a look if you wish. So, player of the match goes to Moshi with his brace, and that sounds reasonable. Mr. Megaman, let's have a chat with the lads. Assertively, well done lads, good win. Let's get out of the dressing room, and that is that game in the bag. So we have a few different messages in our inbox. Of course, we win the State Cup 8th final. I have no idea how this competition actually is set up, so yeah. Apparently we should rest Moshi. Well, we're going to be resting Moshi anyway because we have better solutions on that right hand side in Wittenberg. But I am going to head over to Kiryat Shimona's ground, which is the Municipal Stadium of Kiryat Shimona. Very well named. Not easy to get confused with that one. So, without further ado, we're going to head to 4th place in the league and see how we get on. So, we'll see you over at their stadium in just a second. Right, so before we jump into our second game of today's episode, it looks like we have a cup draw to do, of course, for the State Cup quarter-final. So, who is in this draw? Well, we have 8 teams going into the hats, and we are going to have a look at them on this screen because it's so much easier. So, we have Jerusalem Le Zion, who I believe is in the relegation zone. We have Heslia, who I would assume is in the other league. Are they in second tier? Air League South. Okay. We then have us, of course. We have Hafai. I recognise them. Maccabi Hafai. Maccabi Netayana. They are in our league. And, of course, Tel Aviv. So, I don't know who will really want. I think Tel Aviv is probably one of the teams we want to avoid. Same with Jerusalem. I know they're high flyers. Lezion would be nice for us to get, I think. So, that's okay. I can take that draw. That's a decent draw. Hafai gets Lezion, of course. They get the nice, simple draw. And Tel Aviv get the easiest one of all because they don't have a league. So, that is the draw. Everyone is in the Premier League apart from Tel Aviv's opponent, Hezliya. And I probably completely butchered that, but yes, that is what we are going with. So that is the cup draw. Now, when do we play our cup game? That is the question. Okay, so we play them in the league, then we'll play them in the cup 3 days later. That is totally not bad planning at all. But I'm now going to head on over to the stadium and we shall get on with our second game of today's episode in just a second. Okay, so we've arrived here at the home of Kiryat Shimona. We are, of course, across the road. Now, it's not the most beautiful looking stadium in the world, but it's a solid little structure, around 5,000 seaters. But without further ado, let's head on inside and get on with today's game. Okay, so it's kick-off time in our second game of today's episode, and we have 2 new additions. Now, I'm not going to jump straight into them quite yet. We are going to go through the team sheet, and as we come across them, I shall introduce them. So we have Addo in goal. Bakar comes in at left back. Posman and Levy in central defence. Elk on the right. We then have Atu and Cohen in central midfield. In front of them, of course, is Zion. Brandau on the left. Wittenberg on the right. And the new addition, Buhasianu, who is going to get his name trimmed down a little bit. He is Boo Boo. So we have Boo Boo. So Boo Boo. Boo Boo is our striker. He is a Romanian, 30 years old, hasn't actually got any caps for Romania though. Valued at 275 grand. We got this guy for a steal. He's 3.5 star potential. Yes, he's aging a little bit and he is supposed to be a poacher, but he's a deep lying forward for us. And as you can see, he is solid at that. Lacks a little bit of strength, lacks a little bit of vision, but everything else he is amazing at. Now, he is on a bit of a high contract at 3.6 grand a week, but you know what? He's worth it. As you'll see from this, he comes in for 32 grand from Cluj. Now, he's been in Romania a long time. He started off there in Dorni. He then went to Păjarata for 3 seasons, where he finally played in the 3rd season, 30 games, 11 goals. So he's a prolific striker. Atletico Vaslui, he went on a free transfer to after that. Actually scored more goals than games. 14 games, 16 goals. He then went to Miroslava for a free. 5 goals in 23 games. A little bit weird considering they picked him up on a free transfer, scored more goals than games, and they let him go on a free transfer. Interesting bit of decision making there, but then he went on a free transfer yet again to Bacau. Now Bacau, he got 25 goals in 37 games. Solid job over there. He then went on a free transfer to Arad. He had 3 seasons at Arad. 10 goals in 28 games, 1 assist, 7.2 rating, followed by 30 appearances, 11 goals, 8 assists, 3 player of the matches, and 7.34. He then had his final season where he got 7 goals in 19 games, 2 assists, 3 players of the match, and 7.27. Cluj then picked him up for 135 grand. They thought, you know what, let's actually pay some money for this guy. He scored 3 goals for them, didn't do so good, got a 6.87 rating. He then had only 2 appearances in his second season. That meant he got 6.55, no goals, no assists, no player of the matches. He then, in his final season, scored 2 goals for them, got 0 assists, 0 player of the matches, and 6.5. Hence, we have managed to steal him at 32 grand. He's been struggling at Cluj, but you know what? Apart from Cluj, he has been an amazing striker. I think it was just the environment at Cluj. I blame Cluj. Cluj is a terrible place to go play football, ladies and gents. Don't go to Cluj if you are a footballer. Is what I'm getting from this. I don't know. Maybe it's a lovely place. But that is what our takeaway from this is. So, we have Boo Boo. That is fixed before the game. Now, our bench consists of Goran. We have Zurihan. We have Hak. Elias, who is our new addition, who we'll have a little look at in a sec. The Champ, Moshi, and Cohen. Now, Elias, I paid a little too much for him. I went a bit crazy. He is Israeli, and that is why I bought him. Because I wanted to make sure we get the Israeli players up a little bit, and he's a good Israeli player. In fact, I can swap out one of the foreign players if I really need to. But the foreign player we do have is slightly better in Etu. So Etu's sticking around for now. Now, Shai Elias. He's got 1 under-21 cap. No caps for the first team. He is a solid playmaker though. As you can see, only 1 stat falling below the 10 rating. That's his first touch on a solid 9. Now he has 10 and... oh, sorry, 2. I didn't say his decisions. I apologise. His decisions and first touch are both 9. He has 10 on anticipation. Everything else 11 and above. As you can see, solid balance at 15. Now, his value is 325. In at 3.5 grand a week is 3.5 star, 4.5 star potential. Only 24 years of age. And yes, he is a steal relative to his value, but you know what? We paid a hefty chunk to get this man in. So let's have a little look at the transfer. He comes in at 225 grand. Like I said, we splashed the cash a little bit, but I think long term, this is what the club needs. He spent most of his time at Hapoel Tel Aviv, where he was there till 19/20 season. Played 0 games, 9 games, 8 games, 22 games, 0 games. He then went to Beersheva, as I like to call them, on a free transfer. Got 1 goal in 14 games, 1 assist, and a 6.73 as a result. And then played only 3 games the following season, got 6.25. Don't think they used him enough in that season. In fact, that's this season. I don't think they've used him enough this season. So that could be down to his injury, though. That is part of the reason he's on the bench also. As you can see, he's got a shin splint he's coming back from. 6 days, but I wanted to have a look at him. So we're going to risk it for the biscuit, put him on the bench, and hope he doesn't get injured. So, without further ado, let's go talk to Mega Man. Tell the team they're expected to pick up where they left off. Okay, Mega Man, we shall do exactly that. Assertively, we are going to tell them, you're not passionately. A lot of you are keen to avenge what happened when we play them. Go out and express yourselves. Do. That went down great with 6 of the starting 11. Slightly over half of the team. Not sure if that is a good proportion, but I shall take it. It's better than none, I suppose. Also, I'm very curious why I've still got Belgium on here. I should probably update that. But we can have a look at the Belgium League if we really wish. So, Ketchta. whips it in, back post, and we've conceded an early goal. Popescu with his first goal of the season. Of course, it's his first goal of the season. He scores within 5 minutes of today's game, and I'm not happy. Show some passion, lads. We should not be conceding 5 minutes into a game. I don't care if we are playing, I don't know, Tel Aviv. If we are conceding this quick, it's not a good sign. Also, another bad sign is our left attacking mid has gone and taken a knock. Now, we do have suitable replacements who can move out to that side, but we don't want to have to use them, really. I think Champ is going to come on the left-hand side, though, considering that issue. Now, demand more. We just need to hold out till half-time so we can get Brandau off, bring on the Champ, and hopefully bring this game around. But we have cruised into half-time without many highlights. And, well, we are a goal down. It's 5 shots to our 4, 1 on target to our 1, 6 fouls to our 8, 0 yellow cards, 0 yellow cards, 51% possession to 49. Now, I think this is me forgetting to put the stay on your feet thing onto the tactics, which might be biting us in the backside. Best performer was Ketchta with 1 assist down 7.3, and Cohen with a 6.8 and a 90% passing completion ratio. Struggling to perform is Zanatti for them with a 6.4, and Brandau, he's made 5 mistakes and got a 6.3. Lucky for us though, Brandau is going off the pitch. So we are going to bring on the Champ. We're going to assertively tell them, I expect to see better in second half, lads. I don't care who you are, who we're playing, or how you think we should be getting on. This is pathetic. I want to see a better performance in this second half. And we are going to go attacking. We have to go attacking, quite frankly. And it's with Elk. Elk throws it up to Zion. Zion plays it into Witten. It's now with Elk on the right-hand side. Can he whip a cross in? No, he plays it back to Wittenberg. Wittenberg whip it on in though. And the Champ at the back post. We have equalised through the champion himself. Third goal of the season. And what a lovely tap-in it was. Now, show us the highlight. Come on. Show us the highlight once more. We shall watch it. I apologise for this bar that I've now managed to make appear. We shall get rid of that in a second. Now we've seen the highlight again. So do that. I want to switch off attacking. Go back to positive. We don't want to keep on the front foot too much. We are of course behind in possession. That was probably against the run of play. But hopefully we can steal a second one now here against the run of play too. Elk throws it into Zion. Zion gets it past Cohen. Wittenberg. Wittenberg, can he get a good pass off there too? He does. It's back to our Cohen. Our Cohen now makes the ball over top to the Champ. The Champ has had a beautiful second half. He's slotted in his second. And what a beautiful one it is. Took it on the volley. Poked it into the bottom corner. And we have now got the lead, folks. What a beautiful goal. Let's have another look at this. Cohen. This was a beautiful delivery, by the way. Ball over the top on the volley. Champs just smacks it in, and we have taken the lead. Not bad indeed. So let's get a substitution on. Not risking Elias. Elias can have a nice little rest. Boo Boo is not having the greatest game. I think he might have a Boo Boo of his own. So Boo Boo, you can come off. We shall bring on Cohen, which is going to make it really confusing. So, do I change them? I kind of want to keep him as Cohen. You know what? You can be Effie. We'll just call you Effie. It's not going to fix it now, I don't think. But for future reference, he's now Effie. It just makes it a lot easier than having Cohen and Cohen. I don't want a team full of Cohens. That is not useful at all. As you can see, though, we have climbed up to 9th in the league. And there's a bit of a gap to 8th, but we are about to play 8th. A couple of times, once in the league, once in the cup, so maybe we can catch up to 8th as well. That does mean we have to perform well in the other game though, and also hold on to this, which, that's looking deadly. Extra time, come on Addo. We are in additional time and come on, whistle! Whistle! Referee! Where is your whistle? 95th minute, it's the 94th. Offside, thank you. I was going to say, you've gave them an additional minute and they go and use it to score. Lucky for us, because it's offside. We've been saved by the linesman. Levy, just kill the clock. Addo, don't mess it up. Thank you. Don't know why we're going back to this highlight. Yes, sure. Show us the offside. We'll finish the game by looking at the offside once more. Why not? Anyways, it is 2-1 here today. We have won. I don't know what that mess was at the end, but we have managed to make it through the champ with a brace. This episode is literally being the episode of braces today. So, shots, they've had 9, we had 11, 2 on target to our 6, 15 fouls to our 13 in the end, 0 yellow cards to our 1, 53% possession to our 47. Now, Ketchta was their best performer. He got 1 assist and a 7.4. For us, of course, it was the champ. That's why he is called the champ. He got a brace and an 8.7 as a result. Struggling to perform was Zanetti for them with 6.4 and 0% cross completion ratio. Brandau, of course, for us with the 5 mistakes and a 6.3. Now, a few different milestones. I'm not going to read through them, but if you are interested, there you go. That is all of the milestones. Player of the match, of course, it goes to the champ. He is the champ. Why would he not be the player of the match? Mega Man thinks to tell the boys they did well. Their efforts were excellent. They were indeed. Passionately, people had written us off even. Well done. We came back, we was a goal down, we put the foot down and we brought it back. Wittenberg has a bruised knee. Lucky for us, there's a bit of a gap till the next game. Bruised shin for Elk. We're really loving these bruises, apparently. Everyone's got a bruise. Brandau's got one for 1 to 2 days as well. So, 3 guys went and got bruises. Couple of bigs in there, I guess, from the other team as we beat them. But as you can see, we have climbed up to 9th in the league. That is beautiful. We've even made a nice little 3-point gap on the relegation zone, and well, we've even got a bit of a goal difference gap as well. Who knows, maybe we can try and push up to 4th. A little bit optimistic. 18th, 33, there's a bit of a gap. Again, there's a bit of a gap from us to 8th, and well, 7th to 6th has a bit of a jump as well. So, we're probably not going to go as high as 4th, but you know what? Let's be optimistic. Let's try and get 7th or 8th. Let's push for that. If we can get above 8th, I would be delighted with that finish. But that is it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you all have a lovely week, and goodbye.